Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. I'm Paul. Today we're going to get into orbit. Finally, we're going to do it. After so long just doing suborbital trajectories, we're actually going to get into orbit. Because all these quests are kind of boring and I want to get to the moon. So we should be able to do these two. We're going to make sure that we put that on the decoupler. On the orbiting stage as well. I'm going to try... What? I thought we did that last time. Oh no, this is a different one. Okay, so we're going to try to do this one as well. On the way back in, obviously. Okay, so we're going to do this. We don't need that. What am I doing? Let's get into orbit. So, I was messing around on the weekend. No, not the weekend. 2 days ago, whatever. During the week, my weekend, which is Wednesday, and I designed the craft. Is it the Travelator? Was it this one? It was this one. And this one I could get into orbit with just enough fuel to be able to get back onto the surface again. So we're going to go with this one. And unfortunately, we're at the limit of parts. So we'll have to do this one and then we'll do all the other quests. Not the quests, the contracts. This is not Minecraft. This is the Mark 16 parachute at 19,000 to 25,000 meters. That will explode. Like, that will burn up if I try to do it at that point. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do a smaller mission where I just get up to that altitude, and I'll do that. The radial decoupler. Yeah, I can't get any more parts on there, so we're gonna have to do that later. But both of those two we should be able to do. Just check to make sure my staging is correct. My staging is definitely not correct. So let's chuck that onto there, so they will go. And then they break off, then that one breaks off, and then I want to have that one, and that one up there. So that comes off, that one fires, that one comes off, that one fires. Then that one comes off, and then I can pull the chute. Alright, save and launch. Oh, what a beautiful morning. What time is it? What? 53? Year 1, day 1 apparently. 53 minutes in. Who knows? Okay, Jeb, are you ready to go? Ready for your first mission into space? First mission to orbit the planet and come back down, hopefully near KSP, but I'm not going to be able to do that well, so here we go. Launch sequence. 3, 2, 1. Launch! I forgot to put SAS on! No! Let's try that again. We had some problems there, so let's do the SAS this time. Thank you. 3, 2, 1, launch! He's still pulling over a lot. What the hell is wrong? Those are at 140, those are at 140. Why is this flipping over? This was working before. I don't get it. Alright, this time. Make sure SAS is on, all the staging is correct. Please don't flip over. Why are you doing that? I don't get why you're doing that.
G'day, it's Post-Edit Paul here. I was failing quite a number of times, so I thought I'd just speed all of this up, show you the amount of times that I've failed, and just how I failed. Now, I'm still not sure about what actually went wrong in this situation. I think I must have played with the rotational part, the scene you see there. I'm not sure how I did it, or how I could have fixed it within the game, but I'm trying here just to rebuild the bottom part of it and see if I can fix that. Changing the limiters so that they come off earlier. Then I tried to launch it, but obviously I put in those extra decouplers, which I didn't use originally. So here goes another try. And I seem to have a pretty straight trajectory now, but I keep still pulling over a little bit. See what happens here. This one I actually did pretty well, but then again it just started pulling over for no reason. So I decided let's just remake the entire thing. It won't take that long. I just wanted to see how much difference it would make to remake the entire thing. So after checking to make sure that my limiters are in the right spot and that my staging was correct, we're ready for takeoff again. And this time we actually do get a straight trajectory. It does wobble side to side a little bit to start off with. After a few attempts with and without SAS, that one was without, we start to fiddle a little bit more with the limiters as well because they're wrong, and you'll find out later why they're so wrong. About here. That wasn't meant to happen. I thought it was something to do with the decouplers then, that the wrong decouplers came off. But after this run I realised it wasn't the decouplers, it was my own fault. Because I put the limiters the wrong way around. I need the limiter on the middle rocket to be smaller than the one that's on the outside. Because you want the outside ones to go through the fuel faster and therefore deplete before the middle one. Now I'll give it back to in-game Paul.
Okay, 50%. And these ones are 60. So now that one should continue on for a bit longer than the other one. We're gonna do this, guys. We're gonna get into orbit. This is the last thing I do today. Come on, Jeb, help me out here. And drop. Yes, there we go. Where are you going? Stay. And keep that thrust going. Now I definitely want to be pulling over further now. And pushing sideways. Yes, we're doing it. We're doing it. This is looking good. Amount of fuel already. Okay, so apparently in sandbox mode it doesn't take as much fuel. Okay. Sounds like fun. I also can't make maneuver nodes, so that'll be fun. Have to do this by eye. I'm surprised it even shows me the Apple apps. Come on, I know we can do this. Let's, can I get a crew report from here? Yeah, let's keep that data. Right, I'm in the, out of the atmosphere now. 87.8. So once I start getting close to that, I'm going to start burning for my orbit. Alright, burning now. Just make sure I'm actually on the equator-ish. I'm going through my fuel way faster than I expected. Let's get up to the apocalypse again. There's my debris back there. In fact, even if I don't make it back, I can still keep this data. And grab that data as well. That's not very useful. And done. I'm in orbit. Woo! Oh, sorry, that clipped out a bit there. 13. Excellent. I didn't get to 500, unfortunately. How much fuel do I have left? How much will it take? It's going to take more, isn't it? It's going to take way more than I actually have. Damn it. Alrighty then. So I got one contract, so I'm gonna have to come down again around here somewhere. Actually, I'm gonna orbit around the Earth, around Kerban a few times, so that the KSP Center is within reach. Almost morning. If I slow down here. So I want to be going retrograde here, but because I'm heading towards my apocalypse, I'm slowly moving further away from the planet. So I need to go retrograde, but slightly closer to the Earth. So Be about there, I think. Yeah, see, that pushes the apoapse way down again. And now I'm heading back to the Earth. I'm at 131. That's where it... This doesn't calculate the atmospheric drag as well. So what you've got to think about when you're doing this is at what point does this line head back into the atmosphere? So I would assume that it's sort of about there-ish. So I want to cut down that a little bit more. Probably... I could even just start burning straight retrograde now. Okay. So I think I'm probably in the right spot now to at least land on the Earth. Land on the ground. So let's try this. Firstly, do a little thing called quick saving, just in case we fail. And hopefully it won't be dark when I actually land. That would be a shame. Okay, let's speed it up a bit. Look at that. I am actually really close. There's the Kerbal Space Center. And even though at this point it's kind of pointless to be firing the engine, I'm not going to be taking that fuel with me, so it doesn't matter. So I'll eject that off. That'll give me a little bit more speed, a little bit more slowing down, and do a misty crew up here. Upper atmosphere, excellent. Can I have another crew report? No, I can't. But I'm going to be fairly close now, so that my recovery data won't be so low. It should be fairly close to how much it actually cost me to put in. Well, at least for these upper stages anyway. In fact, I'm sort of aiming for that island there. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Alright, so we're now starting to burn up. Hopefully this ablator will take most of the heat. We should be able to get down without too much of a hassle. I'm going to turn the SAS... Oh, no I'm not. We are too high for the drag to actually keep us in one direction. I'm going to manually do this now. So you see that's starting to come down now, but none of the red markers have come up yet. We're going to miss the island. Come down quite rapidly now. So I'll open that up so that I can see whether it's safe or not to open the chute. Yes, that's beautiful. Look at this. We're going to be miles off the ground. Risky, safe to deploy. And that'll slow us down a little bit. And then when it opens up at 1,000 meters, yeah, 1,000 meters off the ground, it'll slow us down just enough to plop down softly into the ocean. That almost looks like Fiji. Well, the island I went to anyway. 0.76 meters per second. Look at that. Perfect. We did it! We got to orbit and we came back and we survived. And the ablator only had 8 damage. That's strange. I would have thought it'd be more than that. It saved everything. Yes, it did. Excellent! Woo! So we get that back and whoa! We got 48 science from that. Because of the recovery of the vessel returned from Kerban orbit. We get materials study while in space, the mystery goo for 9 as well, and the crew report for 4.5. And the parts, we get almost 3 grand back from that as well. Because that ablator as well, that gives back funds as well. Oh, that's nice. And Jebediah Kerban advanced to level 1. So now he can actually do better SAS now. Which is very, very handy. So what are we going to spend those things on? We can get both of these actually. Because what we really need is probably this one. So we can get the basic jet engine, and then we can fly planes around Kerban and go to the different, what are they called, biomes, and get more science that way, which would be a lot quicker. Although they're not worth that much. So, I'll definitely get that one because then we can get more fuel onto the ship, and also a better engine. Now I can either get this one, which again means more fuel, a better engine again, or this is a bigger part, which we don't need yet. Stability enhancer, which we probably don't need yet. Strut connector is nice to have when it starts getting like the big ships. But I think this stability is probably better. Especially having a winglet to start off with is a good idea, and having that radial decoupler. So I'm going to get that one first. And then I'm probably going to get that one next, but I'm not sure. It depends on what contracts I can get now. So there we go. Finally got into orbit. Oh, it takes a long time. I think there was about 10 tries there or something like that. Anyway, next time we'll do some more flying around. We might start doing these visual surveys, because they're quite difficult to do without a plane, but it might be a bit more fun to try, because I haven't actually tried doing those with rockets yet. So yeah, that's the idea for the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this stuff. Give me some tips on how I can do better, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.